when I look at a TV show or I see your show on the TV, I am always, kind of excited for trying that new recipe that you put out there, which will look so pretty, which will be, that interesting. But on a regular basis, you really need to bring a variety, you need to bring the flavors, and you need to let your children explore just the way you've explored different cuisines. I mean, my family comes from different parts of the country. My father's from the north of India. My mother's from southwest of India, bordering Karwar and Maharashtra. My husband's from east of India, and we've lived pretty much everywhere in the.
I couldn't say
in the
global
country.
Indian, national Indian.
National Indian, and then now for the last 16 years, almost a global Indian because I've lived in so many countries. But at the end of the day, I find it very easy to find the flavors in every cuisine because of being exposed to it. So it's very important that our kids are exposed to all these different flavors.
By the way, I have one question. In some of your recipes, I noted that you instruct your reader to steer in one direction and then pause and keep on steering in the same direction
She's
again.
talking
So I
about
was
the bonofying.
That's what?
Bonofying.
Bonofying, yeah. Actually, I always find that getting the masala, the gravy right, getting the onion, garlic, and ginger just fried right or sautéed right, a very key part of making our curries. If you get that wrong, then you could spoil your curry.
But
You
Leena, what
can't
she's
really-
really interested
But-
in knowing why only in one direction.
Actually, the one that she's talking about is mostly the dosas, if I'm
Yes.
not, the dosa and the idli. And that reason for doing it in one direction is you trap the air. You trap the air when you do it in one direction. And, I'm one of the very interesting learning, I'm so glad you asked this question, because, when I started to write out the book, I was like, oh, it's just putting recipes together. But it really wasn't. It was so much of research. And when I was in New York, and one of the major influences that really helped me was when I taught at the Institute of Culinary Education in New York. And the kind of questions that I had to prepare myself for. People would come up with exactly your kind of a question, why are you stirring it and then not disturbing it? And I really didn't want to say it because my grandmother told me so. I knew there had to be a logic to it, and I had to go and find out that logic. People have asked me, mostly non-Indian audience have asked me, why do you put your spices in hot oil and not in room temperature oil? And I had to go back and look, and the answer is because spices are fat soluble. So they release their flavor in hot oil. So you need to put them in.
If I ask Kornelia, I know she's got something cooking in her curry pot now for the future.
Yes, it's not really a curry pot, it's more my computer who is cooking. But I just finished writing my second book, and it's about cooking for allergies.
Okay.
I want to call it Cornelia's Kitchen 2, because I really like the title and I want to make a series of these cookbooks. And the reason why I wrote it is that my son was diagnosed with food allergies.
Oh, right.
With plenty of them, milk, citrus fruits, pork, soya, I don't know, you name it, corn. So I made an allergy test too, because allergies are hereditary and I had the same food allergies. And I never even realized. So that made me think what it is an allergy. So I got really into the subject, and I don't want to bore you with this now, but I did a lot of research
I'll
about...
go checking my allergies soon if you really want. But I agree, it is a very important thing for a lot of people.
I think if we just say we are allergic to carbs and gluten,
I think we'll become like her. I think that is... So Cornelia, maybe you have a special chapter of that allergies also. It will definitely help.
But I must say, in my book, I also have a chapter about weight loss without diet, which really works when you look at me. So, because I don't believe in diet at all, I believe in good food. I believe also in eating the right kind of fats. I don't believe in cutting out carbs or fat or anything. I just think it's a mixture of the right kind of food and the right kind of lifestyle. So.
My mother-in-law, actually, when I first bought my first microwave when I was working, that was in 93 or 94, I bought my first microwave and my mother-in-law was like, oh, what a waste, you shouldn't be doing this, this machine's not good for you. And I remember saying, oh, this typical mother-in-law. She doesn't want me to be comfortable and happy. Today I've gone through a whole circle and come back and said, yes, mom-in-law, you were right. And I'm not going to use this. But yeah, I mean, we found ways of doing popcorn in a pressure cooker because Noina loves her popcorn. And we do it there. But it is little...
When you do it when you do the popcorn in the microwave, you don't have any dishes to wash a pressure cooker.
Well, she's a very practical person in terms of what is to wash and what it is. Which is there in my book. It's called a mishap prevention. They say if onions burn while browning, remove it off the fire, take out all the burnt bits, change the pot, add fresh oil, and if you do not do that, then the curry will get that burnt taste. That's the first point. If your curry becomes too spicy and has tomatoes as part of the recipe, or yogurt, or coconut milk, add in that extra tomato and a teaspoon of sugar. It will reduce the spice. If the curry is a sour one, a very sour one, then increase the souring agent because then it will take away a little bit of that spice. If there is too much liquid in a curry, boil it uncovered for a few minutes so that it evaporates. If a curry has become too salty, add a piece of potato or a small ball of atta inside that. The potatoes or the dough will absorb the liquid but remember to remove it before serving, otherwise you'll have the potatoes all floating in it or the dough.
And the best tip I can give you, just buy our cookbooks and follow them.
That's for sure.
She's got a point to that. Our mother always has a very special place. Let's give them a big hand. Ladies, I know how I need my